So right away they think everybody's overpriced.
Right. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. So now moving from moving from New York to North Carolina, that hurt business at all?
You know what? In the beginning it did, and it wasn't for any other reason except I couldn't catch the vibe. And you came to my house. You saw how we lived in the Bronx. I mean, we were straight up urban.
Right.
We lived in the ghetto, and it was very active. The train came up. People came out. A lot of times I came up on my stoop, and I would sit on my stoop with all this traffic going back and forth, and I'm selling shows, and this is just the energy. So when I came here, I set up shop in my garage. I always like to work from home, and try opening the door. Didn't work. Try closing the garage door. Didn't work. Put the radio on. Man, it was like crickets. I couldn't catch it. I was like, oh, my God. To the point within the first month, we got online and we started looking for a house in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, we gotta go somewhere else. I need a little bit more activity. Let's check the city of New Jersey, maybe back to New York, maybe Queens, Manhattan. I mean, the prices were astronomical. I didn't want to go that route, but I couldn't do it. Angel just said, she goes, listen, man, just, give it a little more time. Give it a little bit of time. And then, sure enough, I think we had a big concert that came through. Promoter called me. I think it was like 6 or 7 cities. And all of a sudden it was easy now. I didn't have to sell anything, but I was able to work, and I was able to show myself that I can actually do this, over here from where I'm at, and it worked. And ever since then, I caught the vibe, caught the wave, and it's been great now. Now I'm scared to go back. I'm like, man, it might be too much noise. I might not be able to do anything,
Well, I think you can only take two, city people like Angel and yourself. You can only take them out of the city for so long. I think you'll be back.
Probably. But there was a method to the madness here. We found a place that was upcoming that we can purchase real estate. We've been buying all our homes cash. We actually bought our 6th house about 4 months ago. So, and we rent them out, and we get people in there and we fix them up, and that's what we do. We exhaust our funds, so we'll work a whole year, man. We'll raise this money, do everything we can, purchase these properties, and then we're broke.
Right.
We're broke. It's like, how we gonna eat?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And we're struggling. We'll get the house fixed, and then we'll get renters in there.
No.
And since we don't have crazy holding costs except our taxes and our insurance, I'm able to give people beautiful homes in beautiful neighborhoods. Because one thing, all our properties are in great neighborhoods, very affordable. And people always think there's a catch. Hey, you losing the house? Is this thing going to foreclosure? I'm like, and I have to explain to them because, they're like, well, how are you giving me this house for $750? This is 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, quarter acre, tiles with a pond in the back in a beautiful neighborhood.
For $750.
And I told him, I said, well, the guy across the street is charging you, $1,500 because his mortgage is $1,250.
Right.
So 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 it was a blessing for us, and that was what we wanted to do. And I told her, and trust me, man, sometimes we sit there and we watch movies about New York, and we miss it, man. We miss it. And not only that, I had a son who was getting older. I had a daughter who was wanted to go out and play. And it just wasn't safe anymore, man. I wasn't a kid anymore, and it wasn't about, what I wanted or what Angel wanted. It was about, making sure these kids are safe. When I saw my son's friends, a couple of them getting killed, I was like, and then we had a home invasion.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah, we
that.
had a home invasion. Somebody stepped into our bedroom, man, while we were sleeping. We came back from a show in California, and I thought it was my son coming back, came in the house to get something, because I let him out for school, and no, it was somebody in my bedroom, man. He barely made it out. He made it out, but but they caught him after a while, and they let him go.
Of course.
And at that point, I said, you know what, man? This could have been a real bad situation. This could have been a bad scene.
Right.
And, my wife could have been here by herself. My kids could have been in here. They could have been armed. It could have been anything. This guy was just, burglary, you know?
I hear you, man.
And then I was like, you know what? That's it, man. Let's get out of here.
Time to go.
We don't need to be here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. You know what? Let me play one of Angel's songs real quick, and then stay on the line because there's a bunch more we got to talk about.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
And we'll be back in a second right here. It's 90.9 Radio Bilingue. That's right. That's right. It's 90.9 FM Radio Bilingüe. Yours truly, Kazzeo. Still have the freestyle power player of the decade, Latif, online with me. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening, Kaz?
All right, man. So some of that stuff you were telling me off the air, that's crazy, man. But we don't need to put that all in the street. So they say.
Left to the ghetto.
Yeah, exactly. Couple quick random questions before we move on to some more important topics. I heard one story, and maybe it'll be the same one you tell me, but what's the worst place you ever booked an artist?
What, you mean like a state or something?
No, like just a gig. Like, what was like the worst, event that you booked somebody at?
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. I hate the places that, they've been everywhere. I mean, we've had them a lot of times on the East Coast. I hate to say it, man. That's why I don't go there too often. I keep my ass on the West Coast, Midwest. Always fights, man. And the fact that they're allowed to keep the clubs open later, they don't have that 2 a.m. cutoff. I don't know about now. I don't even remember because we don't even go there anymore. But we've done Connecticut where people they stay up too late. They wait too late to put the acts on, and everybody gets drunk. They get drunk. I work with some pretty good-looking women. I'm talking about mine that I personally manage. Angel, Lil Susie, Lizette Melendez.
No debate on this end, my friend.
What's that?
No debate from me on this end.
So to have to deal with, and when they go on stage, man, they dress accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so when you get a bunch of drunk people looking at these girls, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets ugly, bro. It really gets ugly.
Now,
those are the only times that we have issues. There's been shootouts, but those were basically contained incidents. It had nothing to do with the clubs. Most of the time nowadays, I think a lot of it has to do with I'm very choosy. You can't call me and I'm just going to throw the acts in there because of the money. I'm very cautious, especially if I have to go and my girls have to be there. It has to be safe, and I have to feel comfortable, and I have to have some sort of rapport, and I have a good vibe with my promoters in order for me to bring the girls there. Because I'm going there by myself, and when I do SAL, it's the 3 of them and me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I have to be straight. I have to make sure there's security. But other than that, man, you know what? I've been fortunate, man. Really, I know other people could probably give you horror stories.
Well,
I've been fortunate, man. So far, we've had a lot of great places. We meet a lot of people. We have so many friends around the country because of this job, man. It's incredible.
See, the story I was looking for, because Susie told me this. I forget if it was on when I had her call in or when we were hanging out somewhere at one of these events, but she said one time you booked her at some gig and you guys showed up, and it was like literally in like a little hole in the wall, like bar or something, and it was a guy's birthday party, and there was like 5 people there.
Okay, but she's telling you once. That's happened a few times.
Okay, see that's what I was just. I thought maybe that would
artists, be. See, it's different for them because they're going on stage. So they're going to go on stage. When the artist, it messes with the ego. I'm going on stage. Here I am. I'm Lil Susie. Oh shoot. Only 5 people love me. Only 5 people came. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I can understand, her part. Holes in the walls? Oh, we've done them. We've performed on pool tables. We've performed on steps. We've performed on upside down speakers. We've performed on platforms that ran across a swimming pool. We've performed on sand, in the grass.
Oh, see that's yeah.
On cars.
On cars.
Yeah,
Wow.
Where they have it like set up like a little platform, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy because so as far as the whole we had a freaking had her perform, and I swear the microphone cord was about 4 feet long. Okay, and it was one of the little Mackies. So I had to actually go down there and pick up the Mackie and almost follow her.
Are you serious?
Because the cord was too short from the mic to the mixing board. So when she would move to the right, I would move with her.
That's
So yeah, those are funny, man. Those are, to her, because she's the artist, it's a horror story. To me, you know, it's one of the things I remember in my job, you know.
Man, that's crazy right there. That's crazy. Hey, here's a question for you. Have you given food poisoning to any other DJs lately?
Nah, man. Nah, only you, man.
See, that's a little inside story. See, one time I went to New York and I met up with Latif and Angel for dinner.